In this video, I'll be showing you one tip for every class in 99 Nights in the Forest. Some of these are small quality of life hacks, others are interesting facts. Let's jump in. Number 1. Witch. With the Witch class, you get the Witch Potion, which deals damage, or you can use it to heal yourself. If you are really close to the enemy, you can heal yourself and do damage, which is the best of both worlds. Overall, this class is really useful, especially when doing a run alone and you don't have anyone to heal you if you somehow die. The only issue is you cannot currently get the Witch class anymore because it can only be obtained through the Halloween event by gathering 900 candies. Number 2. Vampire. The Vampire class is another really good class because of the heal effect. This class is one of the best for when you are trying to do a stronghold run because you can just jump into the herd of cultists and deal damage and instantly heal yourself after due to how many cultists you damage. At night, this class allows you to regenerate health much faster. Overall, this is a really good class, especially if you are trying to speedrun specific things like the stronghold. It is one of the better classes, so it costs 600 gems, but I think it is worth it after you get cyborg. Number 3. Brute. With this class, you spawn with a brute shield which can taunt enemies and knock them back. Along with this, it gets better as you level up because eventually the shield can deal damage to the enemies and soon enough it can create shockwaves with the obsidian shield at level 3. Overall, this class is really good if you are the type of person to die often because this shield can protect you from oncoming enemies. It'll make surviving till 99 nights much easier than before. Number 4. Zookeeper. With this class, which is only 70 gems, you get to start the game with the old taming flute, but it can be leveled up much faster than a regular one. You are also able to tame 3 animals at any level the flute is at. As you level up the class, you can make feeding the animals quicker because it gives more health when you feed them, and it can now require one less step to tame an animal. Overall, this class is definitely not the best class out there, but it is really good if you get the Tame a Mammoth daily quest. Number 5. Necromancer. With this class, you start the game with a cultist staff. This allows you to collect souls from dead cultists, or you can consume the souls to resurrect dead cultists. As you level up the class, the resurrected cultists will end up dealing greater damage, allowing you to kill more things faster, and it will increase your night vision with the more cultists you have resurrected. Overall, this is a really fun class to play with, but I feel like it is one of the worst of the 5-star classes, which means this class costs 600 gems. Number 6. Explorer. When you spawn a game with this class, you start with a compass and a map. This is really good for speedrunners because you don't have to spend as much wood on the map or compass, which allows you to get better stuff like beds that allow you to get more days faster. Along with the compass and map, you also get a speed boost after clearing fog, get more map view, and get 2+ sack space. This allows your game to go much faster because you can walk faster and collect more fuel in your sack, which allows you to upgrade the fire much quicker to get all the kids. I think this is a really good class for the price of 80 gems if you are trying to speedrun the game. Number 7. Undead. With this class, you spawn with a bandage, which is really good if you are playing with a friend who dies all the time. Along with that, you get permanent bonuses every time you get revived. So if you suck at staying alive, this is a class for you. Also, as you level up this class, you can be able to get revived instantly and you can move for an additional 8 seconds after you die, which allows you to get closer to a teammate to revive you. Overall, if you are the type of person to end up dying way too often, this is a class for you because it allows you to gain boosts every time you get revived. Though, this class is one of the expensive ones, costing 100 gems. Number 8. Beastmaster. This class has you start the game with a good taming flute. Along with that, you can summon your tamed wolves with 3 steak, which means you also start with 3 steaks in your sack, and you can have up to 5 tamed pets, which is much better than 2. Along with all of that, as you level it up, your wolves will be able to move much faster when it attacks, and then when it is max level, the first wolf you tame will be the alpha of them all. The alpha wolf is able to be much stronger and can also help you and your friends out. Overall, this class is not worth the 400 gems that it costs, but it is a fun class to play because you can have a full-on animal army in your game. Number 9. Fisherman class. The Fisherman class is surprisingly good. With the Fisherman class, you can fish in the lava ponds to get bandages quickly. It's already the fastest way to get bandages in the game, and with the Fisherman class, it's even faster. You shouldn't upgrade your fishing rod though, as you get more bandages with the starter fishing rod. As a bonus tip, if you stand on top of a tree, you can fish throughout the night and continue farming bandages. Number 10. Medic. If you got the Medic class, you don't have to revive your teammates instantly. Instead, when you find your dead teammate, put them in your sack and bring them to a safe place before reviving them. In that way, you're less likely to accidentally die while trying to save them. They're also less likely to die again right after you've revived them. The Medic class only costs 40 diamonds and it starts with bandages. If you have to play with friends that haven't played the game before and you need to carry them, then it's a decent class, since you can revive them if they happen to die early in the game, instead of having to go out and find a bandage each time they die. Number Number 11, Base Defender. With the Base Defender class, you start with 2 defense blueprints. Your defenses deal more damage and they don't break as quickly. With the Base Defender class, you should leave a gap in your log walls where you place all your traps. So when the cultists come to attack you, they'll walk straight through your traps and die easily. The Base Defender class costs 40 diamonds. It's only useful if you want to build a trap base though, otherwise I would not recommend buying it. Number 12, Camper. It only costs 10 diamonds and it starts with a flashlight, and at level 3, also a stew. You get reduced hunger drain and you can see better at night. You can use the reduced hunger drain to AFK for longer if you want to get as many days as possible. So if you're using the Camper class, you need less stews when you want to AFK. For only 10 diamonds, the class is okay. Number 13, Scavenger. With the Scavenger class, you can carry more items, open chests faster, and get bonus scrap from chests. If you got the Scavenger class, you should aim to loot as much as possible early game to help your team, since you can carry more items than them. This class only costs 25 diamonds and is a good starter class when you don't have a lot of diamonds. Number 14, Hunter. With the Hunter class, you spawn with 2 bear traps. You can use your bear traps to rescue the first kid. After you've killed one of the wolves, just run in circles and then set up the bear trap again. When you've killed all the wolves, you can just take the bear trap with you by dragging it with you, or you can craft a hammer to pick it up and reuse it to save the next kid. The Hunter class only costs 40 diamonds and you get more meat and pelt drops and an extra trade with the pelt trader. Still, this class is very bad. I don't recommend buying this class. Instead, save up for the Gambler class that costs 55 diamonds. Number 15, Decorator. With the Decorator class, you spawn with a hammer and a paintbrush. Craft a couple of bear traps and then you can use them to save the first kids before you get any weapon. Then when you've killed all the wolves in front of one of the kids' locations, just use the hammer to pick up the bear traps and you can reuse them again for the next kid. With the Decorator class, you can also pick up the basketball hoop, the Alpha Wolf trophy, and toilets. You can bring all those things back to your base to make your base a lot more fun or to confuse your friends. They probably won't expect to see toilets in the base. This class only costs 40 diamonds and is an okay class. Number 16, Supporter. With the Supporter class at level 2, you don't have to eat as much. You can bond yourself with one of your teammates and then whenever your teammate eats, 20% of it goes to you. So if you're far away from the campfire and about to die of hunger, your teammate can eat food for you. So whenever one of you is low on hunger, just tell the other person and they can eat food for you. When you're close to your teammate, you also deal more damage. This is very useful when you're fighting in the stronghold. You can also absorb damage for your teammate, so this class is great for teammates, and it only costs 45 diamonds, making this an okay class. Number 17, Cook. With the Cook class, you can season your food so it replenishes more hunger. So when you want to survive a lot of days, always season your food. That way you'll need less food. It only costs 40 diamonds and your crockpot also cooks faster. On top of that, you have a 25% chance to make a hearty stew whenever you cook, which can heal you. Number 18, Gambler. With the Gambler class, you should look for chests at level 5 or 6 and you'll be able to find gold chests. With the Gambler class at level 2, you have a 60% chance of those chests upgrading to a ruby chest, so you can get insane loot. With the Gambler class, you also spawn with a random item at the start of the game. So another tip is to reset the game until you get a good item, like a good sack. This class only costs 55 diamonds and is in my opinion the best class for its price. If you just started out, you should save up to buy the Gambler class first. You can get enough diamonds to buy it by just completing badges. Number 19, Ranger. With the Ranger class, you spawn with a revolver, ammo, and a flashlight. With the revolver, you can shoot really quickly if you switch away from your revolver and then switch back. If you do it quickly, you avoid the shooting cooldown. You can also peek corners with your gun and shoot enemies without them seeing you. If you just stick out your weapon a little bit around a wall, you can shoot wolves or cultists without them attacking you. At level 2, you get a 10% chance to refund ammo whenever you shoot, which makes ammo on all your weapons last 10% longer, which is really good, since normally you quickly run out of ammo. At level 3, you also spawn with 30 revolver ammo, which is quite a lot. This class costs 70 diamonds, so it's pretty expensive though. In my opinion, it's an okay class, but I would recommend buying the Gambler class or the Alien class instead. Number 20, Lumberjack. If you want to survive a long time, you should build a tree wall around your campfire. If you build a tree wall, no enemies or cultists can get in. This is what the Lumberjack class is really good at because you get more saplings with the Lumberjack class from each tree. With Lumberjack at level 2, you have a 25% chance to get double the amount of saplings, which makes building a log wall much quicker. With the Lumberjack class, you should also plant your saplings close together when you want to farm wood, as it makes chopping them down much quicker. If you got a lot of trees you don't want to chop down yourself, you can also get the ram to knock them down for you. If you get the ram to charge towards your trees and then move to the side, it will knock down all the trees for you. This class costs 70 diamonds and is in my opinion a pretty good class, but it's a little bit expensive. Number 21, Farmer. With the farmer class, you spawn with a watering can. When you water a farm plot, you can get rarer crops like pumpkins or cakes. So always water your farm plot so you can get cakes. Then save all the cakes you get somewhere so you always have some quick healing. Then whenever you're low, just eat some cakes instead of having to use a bandage or medkit. In that way, you save on your bandages and medkits. At level 2, some of the saplings you plant will also turn into apple trees, which look really pretty in your base. This class costs 80 diamonds, so it's overpriced in my opinion. I would not recommend buying this class. Number 22, Brawler. With the Brawler class, you deal 30% more damage with melee weapons. So if you pair it up with a strong melee weapon like the Obsidian Hammer or the Infernal Sword, you can deal a lot of damage. This boost can make the Brawler very strong. If you pair it with the Obsidian Boots, Obsidian Body, and the Obsidian Hammer at the same time, you get one of the strongest setups in the entire game. On top of that, you also get 40% more health with the Brawler class. And at level 2, you can also regenerate health 10% faster. This can make the Brawler class very strong if you pair it up with good items. This class costs 100 diamonds though, which is overpriced in my opinion since it doesn't spawn with any good weapons. And for the same price, you can get the Alien class, which is significantly better. Number 23, Alien. With the Alien class, you spawn with a ray gun. The ray gun has infinite ammo so you never run out or have to worry about ammo. You can pair it up with the revolver and quickly switch between the ray gun and the revolver to deal a ton of damage. As a tip, when you're being chased by the hungry deer, don't use your ray gun. When your ray gun is at full charge, you get a speed boost making you able to easily outrun the hungry deer at night. You also see better at night with the Alien class and you can easily save the first kids with the ray gun. This class is a bit expensive, costing 100 diamonds, but because the ray gun has unlimited ammo, this is one of the best classes in the game. Number 24, Berserker. With the Berserker class, you can deal the highest amount of damage possible in the entire game. When you're lower health, you deal more damage. So if you pair this with a good weapon like a tactical shotgun and you headshot, you can deal the most amount of damage possible out of any class. On top of this, you auto-revive on your first death. So if you die early in the game, while fighting, it's no problem. You also spawn with a medkit and get an extra strength boost for a short period of time whenever you revive. This class costs 100 diamonds, so in my opinion, it's not worth it, but it is a cool class. Number 25, Chef. With the Chef class, you spawn with the Chef Station, which is like a crock pot, so it's a super good class for getting food early game. With the Chef's class, you also unlock recipes for new kinds of food. One of these is the Hearty Stew, which heals you and warms you if you're freezing. All items you cook replenishes more hunger as well, making you need less stews when you're AFK. So if you got this class, you should be cooking food for your entire team since you're the only one that can cook the special food. Your teammates will love playing with you since you're the one carrying with all the good food. You can also cook special things like steak dinner, pumpkin soup, BBQ ribs, carrot cakes, or the jar of jelly. With the jar of jelly, you heal to full health and gain a 5-minute speed boost. All this makes the class super good. It's pretty expensive though, costing 150 diamonds, but because of the useful early game food, this class is a pretty good class. Number 26, Blacksmith. With the Blacksmith class at level 2, you will get discounts on 2 random items each game. So when you're jumping into a game as the Blacksmith, you should reset until you get a discount on an important item like an oil drill or crock pot. If you got the Blacksmith class at level 3, you should always be the one putting the scrap in the grinder, since you have a chance to get extra scrap when putting scrap in the grinder. So if you got the Blacksmith class, tell your friends to put all the scrap in a pile next to the grinder and let you put it in. With the Blacksmith class, you also spawn with a hammer, which you can use to pick up bear traps and reuse them as I talked about earlier. The class costs 200 diamonds, so it's slightly overpriced, but okay. I would recommend buying the Fire Bandit class instead for 200 diamonds. Number 27, Poison Master. With the Poison Master class, you spawn with a blowpipe with unlimited ammo. It's just like the ray gun from the Alien class, although this one gives your enemies a poison effect too. When you're shooting your enemies with the blowpipe, you should run around them until they die of poison, since the reload time on the blowpipe is pretty slow. You also spawn with poison armor, so when an enemy hits you, they have a chance to get hit by poison. This class costs 200 diamonds though, so you should buy the Fire Bandit class instead, which is way better and also costs 200 diamonds. Or you can buy the Alien class, which is better and cheaper. Number 28, Fire Bandit. With the Fire Bandit class, you spawn with a wildfire potion. You can use it to rescue the first child quickly. If you throw it in the middle of the wolves, then jump in a circle around, all the wolves will die quickly. Using this strategy, I was able to rescue the first kid in less than a minute. You also spawn with an infernal crossbow. It's like the crossbow, but everything you shoot is set on fire. So when you kill a wolf, you get cooked food. This is insanely useful for farming food early game. You can get a bunch of cooked food and bring it back to your teammates to be a nice guy. This class costs 200 diamonds and is one of my favorite classes. If you got 200 diamonds, I definitely recommend getting this class. It's one of the best classes in the entire game. Number 29, Assassin. This class is excellent for quickly rescuing the kids. Since he spawned with a katana and a ton of kunais, you should always shoot at the head with the kunais to deal as much damage as possible. With the kunais, you can kill a bunny in 2 hits and a wolf in 3 hits, and you can easily spam them. This is the best class for speedrunning since you got a 10% speed boost and spawn with one of the best weapons in the game. This class costs 500 diamonds, but it's one of the best classes in the game. I personally like it more than the cyborg class since it's better for speedrunning. Number 30, Pyromaniac. If you got the Pyromaniac class at level 2, you should be the one putting fuel canisters and oil barrels on the fire, since it gives more fuel when someone with the Pyromaniac class puts it in. So tell your teammates to not put the oil barrels on the fire, but let you put it on the fire so you get more fuel. You should also use your flamethrower to quickly farm cooked food early game. You can also bring some of that cooked food back to your teammates if you want to be a good teammate. This class costs 600 diamonds and it's not very good anymore after the volcano update came out, so I recommend buying the cyborg or assassin instead. Number 31, Big Game Hunter. With the Big Game Hunter class, you can consume items like bunnyfoot or pelts. If you consume a bunnyfoot at the same time as you put it in your sack, you can create a ghost item. If you do this and pick up an item after, sometimes you can completely make that item disappear, and even if you empty your sack, that item is gone. It's not a very useful trick, but it's a pretty cool magic trick to show your friends. Number 32, Cyborg. With the Cyborg class, you spawn with the laser cannon, which has unlimited ammo and can hit multiple enemies at the same time, making it one of the best weapons in the game. If you got the cyborg class, you can rescue the children quickly. It's the best class there is for grinding diamonds in the stronghold. It's also the best class for dealing with cultist raids in the late game. The class costs 600 diamonds though and is one of the most expensive classes in the game. It's also considered the best class in the game. It's significantly better than the Big Game Hunter class and the Pyromaniac class, which both also cost 600 diamonds. If you join my Discord with the link in the description, you can participate in giveaways or find friends to play with. And if you enjoyed this video, here's another one you should watch.